All right, what is going on, guys? Welcome back to 5-9 Gaming. I am your host, Vilify, and today we are going to be going over the first round of our March Madness bracket. I'm going to go ahead and give you the roundup of all of the matchups, give you the final scores, and tell you which units and KO screens are moving on. So, without further ado, let's hop into the first matchup. The first matchup on my list, we have STR Kaioken Goku versus Tech Sword of Hope Trunks. We have a final score of 32 votes for Kaioken Goku and 19 votes for Trunks. So STR Kaioken Goku, a Part 2 7-year LR, will be moving on to the second round. Sword of Hope Trunks had put up a fight, but ultimately, I think the recency of Kaioken Goku, as well as the quality of the animation, I think skewed a lot of people in towards going for Kaioken Goku. Now, moving on to the second matchup that we have here on my list, it is Full Power Frieza's active skill versus Int Cell's active skill. Now, both of these active skills, objectively speaking, Frieza's definitely has the advantage as we're speaking here, because we have he came out in 2021 compared to Cell coming out in 2019. And the results for that showed, as I have a final score of Full Power Frieza not railing in at 17, with Int Cell coming in at 6 votes. So, almost, over doubling the amount of votes. So, now, moving on to the third matchup that I have on my list, we have Super Saiyan GT Goku against Tech Full Power Jiren. Now, this one was much more lopsided than I was expecting, with a final score of 51-24 in favor of Super Saiyan GT Goku. It's very lopsided. I think Goku just kind of has the advantage naturally in these polls, and this shows that. Now, our next matchup, we have Tech Super Saiyan 2 Gohan versus Tech Gogeta. This matchup, I was very surprised to see the final score of. Now, we have a very lopsided affair in favor of Tech Gogeta. Tech Gogeta ended up winning with a final score of 55-10. Now, I was very surprised to see in the TikTok comments we had a decisive advantage of 19-1. Only one person on TikTok wanted Super Saiyan 2 Gohan to move on. Now, moving on here, one of probably the most lopsided victory in the whole tournament right here. We have STR Gogeta Blue versus the 18 key of Tech Goku and Vegeta, the unfused version of Tech Gogeta. Now, this one was in favor of STR Gogeta Blue, 31-2 overall. So, STR Gogeta Blue, we know, even though that came out in 2020, that animation looks very, very good. Still one of the best in the game. I think a lot of people are a sucker for Super Broly, and STR Gogeta Blue for sure. You kind of knew once you saw that matchup that this one was going to be the result that we were expecting. Now, moving on to the next matchup, we have UI Goku's active skill versus STR Super Vegeta's 12 key super attack. That is the TUR. So, STR Super Vegeta rounds out this one, the victory, just narrowly 20-18. I was kind of surprised to see this one. I feel like the 6-year LR, with all the hype that he had going towards him, I thought that he might have edged it out. UI Goku has 2 KO screens, so, he's not out of the tournament just yet, but his active skill has been eliminated. STR Super Vegeta is moving on. Going on to our next matchup, we have UI Goku's 18 key against Nami Goku's 12 key. This is kind of like where the lava's moving and all that fun stuff. It's a very long animation to get to it, but nonetheless, UI Goku's 18 key, I just think having Goku in the win screen alone was enough to put him over the edge, and he ended up winning this matchup 23-7. Moving on to the next matchup, we have Tech Great Ape Vegeta versus Int Kid Goku. Now, this one, I think this is the only upset, real true upset in the tournament so far. Int Kid Goku beat the Part 2 LR 27-20. Now, Kid Goku moving on, I think it's, again, just that Goku advantage. It doesn't matter. You just throw Goku in there against somebody, he's probably going to win. Next up on our list, we have STR Turles versus LR Int Rose. A lot of people, when I was reading through the comments to collect the numbers here, I saw a lot of people saying finally like a good matchup and stuff like this, and the numbers would indicate that. We had almost a dead tie on TikTok and a dead tie on Instagram, but in the end, LR Int Rose ended up moving on. I think it's the Goku Black bias, but I don't know. But he ended up winning with a final score of 36-29, taking the main advantage in the YouTube short comment section, winning 16-8. Okay, so moving on, we have the battle of Physical Beerus and Tech Super 17. Now, Physical Beerus ended up winning this round again because of the YouTube comments, but he ended up winning this 25-19. With the 12-6 advantage on the YouTube comment section. That is really where he ended up getting the edge on Super 17, as Tech Super 17 won the TikTok comments by 1, and Physical Beerus won the Instagram comments by 1 as well. Now, moving on to the next matchup, we have Namek Goku's 18 key versus Full Power Frieza's 18 key. I wanted to make this a contested matchup as it is a battle of the two 350 million LRs. I think that made the most sense going for, in that matchup. But unfortunately, Full Power Frieza only received 1 vote, and that was on the TikTok comments. So shout out to that guy. But Namek Goku ended up winning this matchup 14-1. So yeah, Full Power Frieza, unfortunately, he is going to be represented with his active skill, and that is the only one left for Full Power Frieza. Moving on to our next matchup, this one we have AGL Super Saiyan 2 Gohan against Int GT Vegeta. Int GT Vegeta ended up winning 45-31, and now that is because he had an overwhelming win on TikTok. Now we have this one, I believe, was one of the most interacted ones. This was, I think, the very first matchup that was posted. But we have our boys Tech Vegito Blue against Super Saiyan Blue Evolution's 18 key, and this was a dominant win by Tech Vegito Blue. I do think that he is one of the favorites in this tournament for sure, and he ended up winning by a score of 68-22. So you can see he was the most voted for player in this whole tournament so far, with a total of 68 votes across all platforms. That's that matchup. So now moving on to our next matchup, we have AGL Super Saiyan Trunks against Spirit BombAbsorb Goku. This was the closest matchup of the entire round so far. This one was very, 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 very close, but AGL Super Saiyan Trunks ended up edging out the win by 2 with a score of 47-45, as he had a wide margin of victory in the Instagram comments at a score of 18-12. Now, next up on the list, we have Super Saiyan Blue Evolution Vegeta's active skill versus Full Power Frieza's 12 key. And, you know, the holding the arm, Vegeta in his base form saying, I'm not done yet, or whatever, after he does the final explosion versus Topo. That ended up winning by a wide margin here, 31-5. And that, you know, we'll just kind of briefly go over, you know, we'll just go through that one, right? Evolution Blue Vegeta, he won 31-5. He's going to the next round. Full Power Frieza, his active skill is his only hope to win this tournament. Now, on the last one, this matchup I thought would be fun. I thought that maybe the power of Chilai would be enough to make a contest here, but it was not. I put the Broly trio up against the Namek Goku active skill, the iconic you fool, however you want to say it, the frown. You know, we made this matchup with the intent of Goku probably getting the win as it's the first round, but I thought, hey, maybe some people will think that Chilai is enough to put him over, you know, Namek Goku, but apparently I was wrong, and the final score of that one is 35-7 in favor of Namek Goku's active skill. So that was the results of the first round of our Dokkan Madness tournament. We've got 3 more rounds after this. You know, we're moving into the round of 16, and we have the round of 8 and the round of 4, so we have 4 more rounds, and then the championship round. I'm sure we'll have other creators involved with it, but, you know, for now, I just wanted to make a video recapping as I did a video for the intro. So, if you want to get involved with this and make sure that, you know, we do have a little bit more votes going next time, I'd like to see, you know, maybe around like 100 comments, hopefully, so we could really have like a contested matchup and a lot of opinions here. But, you know, please make sure that you follow us on TikTok, YouTube, and Instagram, so you are in the loop. Turn on notifications, especially on YouTube, so that you make sure you don't miss out on any of these shorts on the 5-9 Gaming mobile channel. If you haven't left a like already, make sure that you do. It helps the channel grow, and we can keep moving. And now I want to go ahead and get into a couple things that I noticed when I was collecting the data for these matchups. Now, a lot of people had a misconception about why or what they were voting for. A lot of people in the comments were saying, like, I voted for, or I think that he should win because of the super attack animation, and that is not the case here, guys. We just want we're voting for is the KO screen. How does the screen look? It doesn't matter how the animation is. The kit of the unit doesn't matter. It has everything to do with which win screen you like more. So I just got to emphasize that, so we make sure that, you know, you don't vote for a unit because you like the super attack animation more. It is all about the KO screen. And I saw a lot of comments saying like, oh, this matchup isn't fair, but that's, if you've seen a traditional March Madness tournament, usually the first round is not fair matchups, right? Because you're trying to get the best matchups for last. So we want the end result to be like the final. We want Tech Vegito Blue to be up against STR Gogeta Blue. We don't want the first round to have that matchup, and then we end up with a situation like we did where Tech Vegito Blue wins by 50 votes almost, right? So I just wanted to clarify a couple things, you know, moving forward, that, you know, these things have been taken into consideration. Like these matchups were made with a purpose on each one. It wasn't just like random. I tried to throw a couple that I thought would be close, a couple that I didn't think would be close, But that's all I got for you today. Like I said, make sure you're following on all the various different social media platforms so you don't miss out and you can stay engaged. This is what you guys think is the best Dokkan KO screen, not what I think. And yeah, so thank you guys for watching. We'll catch you in the next couple rounds, and I'll see you guys in the next one.